professional teachers, Dr. Bachir, member, board member, Dr. Kevin, our new professional that successfully passed the licensure examination, and their parents and members of the family, dean, school administrator, faculty members who are here to witness the updating of their students who are now also their colleagues. The other officials of the Professional Education Commission are here to assist in this updating. Other guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the House of the On behalf of the Professional Education Commission, I am very pleased to extend a warmest congratulations to the applicants who successfully passed the licensure exam for this year's event last April 2011. In Region 4, other cities of the Philippines, including that of Hong Kong. In this chapter, I would like to thank the Board of Professional Teachers for their hard work in administering the licensure exam for the 14 test centers of our Philippines. This day is a moment of pride, not only for you, but also for your family. But most of all, I would like to congratulate you because the teacher's exam is always considered as one of the hardest exams in the Professional Regulation Commission. So, dapat ang mahirap because it is you that will build the future generation of our country. Sabi nga nila, the quality of any organization, the quality, the practices of a country cannot rise above the quality of the human resource that people. And civilian builders na ating human resource at the first instance ngayon. And also, like to congratulate your parents, members of your family, your victory was also through your faith, support, and prayer. Therefore, for the end of this day, you should always, I urge you to turn to them and say, maraming salamat po. And at this juncture, let me also give a round of applause to all the parents and I also to thank the faculty members, school administrators, for their unselfish and invaluable contribution to all of you. The reason why you are here today, through their patience and imparting invaluable knowledge and wisdom to build your core competencies, not only to pass the licensure exam, but also in the practice of your teaching profession. Palakpakan natin ang ating mga guro. We will now be joining them as fellow educators. And I hope that whatever wisdom they have imparted to you, you will always remember and in return come under your tutelage. The teaching profession is closest to my heart. I was born to a couple of public school teachers. That is the reason why teachers have a very special place in my own family. My teachers, my parents, were religious, strict disciplinarians, and that is the reason why if I am here today, it's because my life skills, my value system were won by my parents, not only as parents, but also as public school. Today, your family must also be proud of you, for you have opened the wonder for your funding of the licensure exam for teachers is a remarkable achievement. The board exam for teachers covers a wide range of subjects to assess your core competencies so that you will be able to build a future generation of Filipinos. We congratulate you and we welcome you as part and parcel now of a more than 3 million professionals who serve our country. Your entry into the field of teaching classes open for school year 2011-2012 on an expansion. The Department of Education reports that 25.7 million elementary and high school students through to 25,230 public and 10,797 private schools nationwide. Of this, a total of 23.5 million students went to public schools, or 86%, but 3.65 million went to private schools. And I know if there are oversupply in other professions like nurses, there are shortages in teaching profession. This is finally matters to demonstrate the use for teachers. Already DepEd has hired the first batch of 10,000 teachers for the opening of classes. And we understand that the next process will be the hiring of second batch of 5,000. We have having Dr. Nieves, hindi siguro ba yung mag-good na inyong sapatos para maghanap ng trabaho. In this all-exciting ceremony, we have 5,221 elementary teachers, 35 graduates of accelerated teacher education, and 7,690 secondary teachers that passed the licensure. Each of you is a tremendous resource of our education sector. Each of you can make a difference in the lives of these 25.7 students who will begin their schooling this school year. You represent the future of the Philippine education. This year, Philippine education took by the implementation of the funding and implementation of the Kindergarten Education Act, instituting mandatory kindergarten for public schools. This will be the starting point for the implementation of the enhanced K-12 basic education program, where this program aims to improve the quality of our primary and secondary education. These are exactly the areas of education where you will practice as professional teachers. The early years of education are influential in determining the child's chances of achievement. And I say this from my own experience and from my own experience our country together with my brothers. That is why in the entire educational system, it is you, the elementary and secondary teachers, who have the most far-reaching impact on future generations. As I have said earlier, you will not only be the architects of your own destiny, you will be the architects of future Filipino generations. You will not be writers and authors of your own life story and life skills. You will also be the writers, co-writers, co-authors of the life stories of those that will come under your tutelage. The primary education that will impart the foundation for all the future education and generation so that they will become fully able to produce productive independence. Philippines has pledged itself to meet the Millennium Development Goal of education for all by year 2015. And the first task our country must perform is to keep our children long enough to school to complete elementary education. In 2008, the completion rate was only 73.3% in elementary education. The remaining 26.7% fall by the wayside, and we can expect there is a critical problem insofar as this situation is concerned. You as elementary school teachers have said the main tremendous difference by doing everything to keep them in their classes after the completion grade. Very often this also means educating their parents, coaches, mentors, as well as to ensure that they will not drag their children away from school to support their families. You can help these families break the vicious cycle of poverty by encouraging them to complete their elementary education. As we have already said, education is key. Knowledge is the currency. The Philippines was lag behind our education efforts in the race, particularly for mathematics, science, and technology. These are precisely the areas where the future of the country is at stake. If we aim to benchmark our education to global standards, then we must develop our proficiency in these crucial disciplines as early as elementary education so that our children can be globally competitive and we will be able to ensure a brighter future for them. You will help the country overcome this gap in our science and mathematics education. The Commission on Higher Education has stated that the priority courses in their education are specialization in mathematics, science, physics, chemistry, English, education Asian, and special education. I urge you also to develop your competency in this discipline. I hope that passing the licensure exam and finding a job as teachers, whether in private or public schools, will not end your learning process. You will have a pivotal role to play in our government's program to match the skills of graduates to the available jobs. This job mismatch problem has assumed such alarming proportions that our chairperson has issued a list of courses that offer the skills and expertise in order for our children to find jobs in the labor market. Because it's the great if we have spent on the development of human resource whether here in our local labor market or even in overseas labor market as an option. Based on the National Development Plan, Manpower demand for school year 2011-2015, and that the Department of Labor and Employment just released 2020 vision. The priority courses based on the demand are on agriculture, agroforestry, medical technology, allied sciences. As teachers, you can help develop the talents and abilities of your students so that they can discover the true career that will offer them the best prospects for employment and success. Active coaching, mentoring, guidance, and counseling with respect to career paths or career choices should be started by you in the elementary and secondary level. It will be little too late when coaching, mentoring about career paths is already been done in the tertiary education. Finally, as teachers and as professionals, we must embark on a program of continuous professional education because we have to benchmark our competitiveness on global standards. We must continue learning so that the knowledge is part dated, globally benchmarked, and relevant to the needs of the time. As one writer said, the person who graduates today and stops learning tomorrow is an uneducated person the day after. So yours should be a never-ending process of education, learning and learning, relearning. As teachers, you hold the power of knowledge in your hands. As our President, the late Father Stefan, has said, and I believe that education is the right of all citizens. And educated people is needed to ensure the attainment of the masses and the creation of wealth for all. As we have said, education is the great equalizer. Even if you are born poor, even if you are born in a barangay, for as long as you have been educated and you use that education wisely, you can excel, you can succeed. Even if you were born in a silver spoon and in the urban areas, but you do not bother yourself to acquire education and to use this education, then that is not in so far as you are concerned. You now have the power to help uplift the country through the greatest wealth of all, the wealth of knowledge. I pray that each of you will rise to this responsibility and through professionals in excellence and in integrity. So, my dear fellow educators, you have prepared teachers and prayers for success in this noble profession. So, may you take this as time and the kind of profession that you have. So, may you realize the kind of service that they will perform for the upliftment of the citizens. You release a very important factor in our citizens, and that is building the foundation of our future generation. May you be able, may you be a source of pride for the profession and for our country. In behalf, once again, of the Professional Regulation Commission, and in my own personal behalf, the chairperson. I wish you all success, good luck, and God bless.